The cycle of existence, the whirlpool of life. Every single life must go around and around through this circle of existence over and over again. Every human being in this world who commits sin, whose actions and deeds are bad, who has allowed their mind to become darkened, clouded, will find themselves in a place of utter horror, a place known as the unfortunate realms, hell. There are 4 other regions of torment. Hell goes far beyond anything imaginable. It is a place filled with horror, dread, and pure terror. Those that find themselves there after death are consigned to suffer unthinkable torment, scorching and unending heat and pain, tortured and subjected to agony and anguish continually. Hell is a place where time as we know it stands still. There is only incessant pain, indescribable agony, and unspeakable suffering. In the 5th region of hell called mhāhan rok, one can hear the blood-curdling sounds of weeping, wailing, and howling, far louder than those coming from the region of hell called rāhu rok. One day in hell is equal to 2,304 million years on earth. Chapter 3. The retributions for all those that sell alcohol, the alcohol vendors. In the major region of hell, everything is pitch black. Only certain denizens of hell can see the victims in their torment. The scenes you are about to witness next have been adjusted in terms of obscurity, from the very darkest principal regions of hell to the sectors of lesser degrees of torment, where some color and vague light can be perceived by those victims consigned there, but only as much light so as to distinguish the eyes and teeth of the denizens. There are 5 unrighteous and sinful occupations: trade in weapons, trade in poisons, trade in alcohol, trade in human beings, and finally, trade in animals for slaughter, for their meat. Those that sell any type of alcoholic beverage, or with anyone that they do business with, whether male or female, children or adults, no matter who they were in life. When they pass over at death into the afterlife, those that have sold alcohol will bear an incredibly horrible punishment, tormented in black pools of corrosive caustic acid. These victims in hell were the ex-retail vendors of alcohol. When they die, they will fall helplessly into the 5th major hell. In this region of torment, there are innumerable victims packed and pressed tightly together. They are crammed into hot black ponds of acid, tormented by the caustic burning liquid. All of them vomit repeatedly, boiling themselves alive, torturously, as the acid within their stomachs, as the acid pours out of them. These victims puke and spew it forth from their throats. They writhe around the ponds of boiling acid in a frenzied agony. They were all once drinkers. There are varying sizes of these black acid-filled pools. The acid pool size is adjusted according to the pain and suffering each victim has caused, and therein they must receive the retribution they deserve. There are smaller pools used for punishing a single victim. while there are the many pools of acid which are exceedingly and successively bigger than the others. These are specific pools of boiling acid designated to accommodate the ex-liquor vendors in life. Some contain up to a small group of 10, while others can accommodate up to 100 victims, and yet other pools up to 1,000, while yet others up to 10,000 tormented victims, all pressed together. The closer these pools are to their source, the bigger they are in proportion. Some imprisoning up to 100,000 victims, are the size of immense lakes and can contain millions of people. This means the actual magnitude of torment and unspeakable torture and the length of confinement is multiplied, corresponding to the size of the pond, pool, or lake of torment and the amount of victims trapped therein. Any victim who dares to attempt to escape or struggles with its captors will be stabbed and prodded back with razor-sharp lances, forcing the hapless victims back down into the boiling ponds of black acid. They must undergo this torment and unimaginable suffering endlessly, over and over again. Hell's victims, confined in the major regions of hell, must bear extreme punishment continuously, without a moment to rest, without a second of peace or relief. Their body is destroyed over and over again, and their small and large organs are torn apart, and the horrific sensations of pain and torture are felt continually. There is no relief whatsoever from this torment. The victims consigned to hell will be forced to realize this retribution endlessly. The retribution they have earned by their evil actions will cause them great and terrible suffering, pain and anguish beyond measure, beyond imagination. They pass their unspeakable existence in hell like this continuously, until every part of their body has been utterly destroyed, over and over, until suddenly, vanishing into thin air, it is the end for that segment, for that portion of horror.